Hello, yo. How are you doing? Your 12 minutes has just started.
Nice. How's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. Just checking out the stream. I play on console and
You playing console?
yeah, play on Xbox.
Xbox. NA? EU?
NA, yeah.
Okay.
I'm playing because of the quarantine. Needed something to kill time.
I get you. Yeah.
It's fun. I think it's a progression. I feel like a lot of people forget that you really just need to progress slowly, but surely. And
Yeah.
it gets difficult. I feel like.
I think a lot of people rush, and they lose enjoyment and burn out really easily, or they lose sight.
You would know. Yeah, I can't even imagine how long you've been playing or doing this. You don't get bored?
Oh, for 7 years now since beta. No breaks.
No breaks. Yeah, that's the big one.
Well, I never burned out because there's so much to do in this game. I still have so much to do in this game, and you have to do everything in this game to not burn out. If you do one activity, you're gonna burn out. If you're gonna raid, you're gonna burn out.
It's true.
If I had raided for the past 7 years, I would have killed myself. You know what I mean? Like, if I had PvP for the past 7 years, oh no shit! Like, look at fucking Fangrush. He's playing goddamn New World. You know what I mean? And I'm impressed that Fangrush even lasted that long. Just doing one thing. I can't understand it. How one person can do one thing. I respect that tenacity, but at the same time, I don't think I can do it. So you gotta do everything in this game.
I guess it's just like a passion thing if you're really passionate about it, because I really liked just the PvE, and really just dabbled in PvP because you're kind of forced to to get some stuff, to boost some skill lines and things. But I'm hitting the wall. I feel like I mainly just tank, and I just learned as much as I could, just to prepare for tanking and instead of a variety. But it's kind of harder to find groups. I think a lot of people still have that issue. I think it'd be cool if there was a trials finder.
Yeah, this topic comes up quite a bit, where people have issues finding guilds or groups. I don't know.
It just takes time, and that's
I think people are just either like not looking in the right places, or they just don't want to give it time.
Exactly.
Like, it's not something that just happens. The only time it will happen is probably if somehow like everyone knows you or has heard of you, and they'll be like, okay, maybe just whatever, let them in, whatever. And I think that's fucking stupid, personally. But that's a different story.
No, it's cool that you're doing this. So I didn't think it'd be so easy. I thought people would be lining up to get up in the voice chat.
No, probably not. I think people are shy, and also.
Too. Yeah. Yes. I mean, I get in here. I'm tempted to just talk about my personal progression and like what I want to learn.
Talk about it.
Well, it's a little trickier. I want to say, that whole concept of consoles versus having the stats and the numbers. Everything I do is based off of what PC players do and what you guys do and what you guys the numbers that you guys are able to show.
Yeah.
So like for me, like tanking, for example, like uptimes, I wish I could see, like what my uptimes were, where I could improve. When I see that, it's like it helps me learn, but then I feel like, man, I must be missing out on so much more. I don't, I know there's a lot of advanced. Like I just saw, a Tank Club video where he's talking about the charge trait right now, the physical when you absorb stamina. The physical damage it brings basically has a strong uptime on
it'd be poison enchant for DK tank would be sustained for stam.
That was for sustain. No, this was for breach. This was for
breach. Okay.
It brings in minor breach, which allows you.
Oh, you're talking about the status effect. Okay.
Yeah, and so I was like, well, damn, I had no idea. I know like brittle causes maim, minor maim, things like that. I didn't know how to get access to those are the things I feel like, like I would like to be able to have a little, I guess, more ease of access to, and I understand it's a progression. But I think those details, those stats, those numbers is like the wall that I'm hitting now, right? Because I'm trying to join the better teams. I'm looking for them. I'm taking time. I'm joining, getting into trifectas is, where I'm starting at right now. And so I feel like at that point you start to, right? That's where you really start to get into the world of optimizing and min-maxing and having your composition, just as long as, like, I just saw your video. I don't know if you uploaded it today, but
Yeah, it was earlier today. Or ready comps. Just exactly.
Yeah, of course. That was the Bible right there.
The Bible.
That's my Bible.
Very, very rudimentary one. I want to talk for hours. I really do want to talk about hours about this kind of stuff, but people will watch it.
Of course.
And
you
also
do give enough. You understand that it's variety and you have options, which is the point. Which is, I think, what they're doing now. It feels like it's, you have options. You have plenty of options. You can go one way, you can go the other, you can go stam, you can go hybrid, you can, as long as you have that kind of these sets, this baseline, you can even switch things up. And so I understand that there's a variable, but I don't know, having those numbers or having that advanced information.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
Causes minor maim. Word. Okay.
Yeah, it's very frustrating. Okay. And I understand, even though I don't originally come from console, I understand the frustration with not being able to see certain numbers. Even on PC players, before we had all these add-ons, because this was, this over time thing, we didn't have all these add-ons from the start. We also didn't have a lot of people testing stuff until like maybe 2015, 2016, early 2016. There was a lot of frustration with what's going on. How is this tooltip inaccurate? So this took a lot of work from hundreds of individuals. The math behind how damage is calculated, that was by at least 1 or 2 people on the forums. And people would pick up on that and read that, and that would just kind of disseminate. So the lack of information, or the barrier to information, and the uncertainty about information is all, I understand it completely, because we experienced that too. So I get where you're coming from.
Yeah, exactly. It's having that extra freedom, and it's not to complain or anything like that.
No, I think you should complain. I would complain. You know what I mean? It's basic shit. I want to know what my crusher uptime was on the bosses I'm tanking.
They've given us timers.
It's basic shit. Why are you not complaining?
It's not the greatest, but it's still good. They're getting us, what we need per se. But I think for me, it's just more having, like I said, more access to that one example for me just opens up a whole world of, okay, there's so many more possibilities.
Mm-hmm.
For example, reaching pan cap, you could do that on console. It's whatever,
okay.
It's right there, but knowing things like that, like those how many? I think this was like 4 or 6 effects with poison, burning,
Cuss, hemorrhage, sunder.
Yeah, exactly.
And so forth.
Right. And then even touched on in the video, like the burning strats. It's just the easiest way. It's the easiest way to do it, but you don't learn about it until you join these groups that are able to help you out and to teach you that. You just can't. I mean, I have like experience. I feel like in both worlds, with just newer players who, you have to run essentially completely different strategies.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to optimize, and we're trying to run the builds that we hear about and things like that. It's like, no, we're just trying to get it clear here, man. Like, I just want to clear this VATS, and we're out here doing MK Zens on the group healer, and on the kite healer, and she's dying. Like, hey, we gotta survive.
Yeah.
That variety.
And that's why I stress that what may work for one group won't always work out for another group.
I feel like your answer is always, it depends. Oh my goodness.
It is. You know why?
Yeah, but
because it is. It's the truth. It's the truth. But
it's the truth.
It's the truth, and people, for whatever stupid reason, these toxic casuals always think We simplify it to you run this and you're done. That's not it though. We're
No, it's not at all.
they don't realize we're on the same side here. It's all dependent on your group. It's all dependent on a lot of variables. There's no one size fits all really until you get to a certain point maybe. But that's that point no one will reach. Like not 99% of the population will never reach it. Score pushing. You know what I mean? Most groups that don't score push, when they try to do score pushing shit, yeah, go for it, but realize that that's probably not gonna be it for everybody. So
If you had those stats and numbers, it'd be a little easier.
maybe. But
Well,
I think I think
it depends. Well, depends on what's the detail here. Like, well, it depends if you're in this trial or in, and because that to me is the big variable. It's like it's not only the composition, obviously, it's what for you guys more specifically, what boss, and just having the why is I think to me the most important, has having access to the information, because I think one of the biggest funnest things of this game is learning everything. There's so much to learn, so much to do. So
yeah.
that process where you're looking at all the streamers, all the info, all the other players are giving you info, and you're just soaking it all in, and every day is something new. And then eventually it starts to slow down, kind of, and then you start to fucking create solo builds, because again, I mean. But hey, it's a ton of fun, man.
Exactly am I supposed to do with a wagon full of goods and no
all I
one
want to do is raid, though. That's it. Just 12-man raids.
What do you usually do?
And I think there should be more accessibility. I don't know. I feel like it's not easy.
Yeah. But
yeah. Thanks for having
hopefully
these.
people can make it easier.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's gotten easier, at least access-wise. All right, 12 minutes is up. Get out.
We forget.
Have a good one.